disclaimer, this is just my opinion. Hi guys, so I'm back with another video. So I done a video I guess a few months ago on meditation, and the feedback I got was generally positive. Even some people at work have approached me and spoken about it and asked me for advice and things like that, which is quite interesting. It's quite nice. However, there was a few comments, and it's not just like about my video per se, it's more regarding the practice of meditation. And so it basically comes from a school of thought that I had forgotten existed. Growing up with a Seventh-day Adventist grandmother, when I heard about meditation or whatever, it was always kind of frowned upon and almost feared, and generally wasn't considered a Christian practice. The general feeling is that when one empties oneself in the practice of meditation, you can be used by non-positive forces, the devil basically. So I thought I'd make a video on why I think it is important actually as a Christian to meditate, and why, if you are a Christian, you shouldn't fear meditation. So my first point is that if the devil or non-positive forces or whatever you want to call it wants to use someone, it doesn't have to wait until you're meditating to do so. Many heinous crimes have been committed, and you don't hear them say that they were in meditation before they decided to go and like shoot down a school. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't really hear that. If you aren't strong in mind, I'm gonna say the devil because I can't keep saying the devil, negative forces, blah blah blah, and that is kind of like a universal term. We understand what we mean. He can enter in any crack, any crease, any crevice. An unwatched, uncontrolled mind is a big impediment to a Christian's journey. I also think that there are loads of things that can be used for good and be used for evil. Prayer, for instance, can be used for good, praying for healthy family, friends, the world, but it could also be used for bad, where people may be praying for the demise of someone else, praying for someone to leave their husband. People who considered themselves to be Christians have used the Bible itself for evil when it was used to enslave, when it was used to justify the theft, the denigration, the demonization and murders of humans. Again, like I said, he will enter in any crack, any crease, any crevice. And in reality, we are all in some way meditating mindlessly. Psalms 19:14 says that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. What are the meditations of your heart? Do you ever mindfully take note? What are a large portion of your thoughts filled with? Are they filled with why me, why him, why them, why us, fears of the future, worries of the past? Or are they on joy? Are they on salvation? Are they on happiness? I think generally our thoughts aren't that positive, really. If we really check ourselves, I don't think our thoughts are that positive. I don't think the things that we meditate on, because really, like, when you're having these negative thoughts, you are meditating. It's just that you're mindlessly meditating. So you're thinking over and over and like kind of like homing in on these things that are ultimately negative. But through the practice and the discipline of actually meditating mindfully is teaching you to like sort of grab hold of those negative thoughts and change them into something more positive, to make you become aware of the fact that you are having these negative thoughts, and maybe that isn't good for your Christian walk. Maybe it is something that you need to be working on. Meditation is learning to correct the meditations of your heart as you take time out to observe your internal truth. It is about learning to make mindful choices about what you think about. It is about not letting your thoughts and emotions rule you. So rather than flying off the handle or acting impulsively, you can choose the appropriate responses. Learning to be slow to anger and learning to speak with seasoned words. How can one expect to lay all of their burdens down at Jesus' feet if you haven't even taken the time to look at what is truly burdening you, to look at places where you are truly failing and what areas truly need to be worked on? I mean, some of us have a tendency to be really judgmental and highly critical of others whilst giving ourselves a free ride. Our ego doesn't allow us to see certain aspects of ourselves sometimes. So it's like the ego hides away. And so you can, I guess, criticize others, but you're not really looking at yourself and looking at the parts of you that need to be healed, the parts of you that Jesus, God, positive energy needs to touch. We will sit in church and our minds are going constantly. Look at her hooker heels. Why is his shirt not tucked in? Why are they letting the child run around like that? The choir sounds rubbish. That prayer wasn't biblical enough. And it goes on and on and on, covertly sometimes, without you even realizing that you have such a judgmental spirit. Through meditation, you should be becoming more aware that you're going from one negative thought to another negative thought to another judgmental thought to blah 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 thought to blah 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 thought. And if anything, it gives you the space to allow God to penetrate the wall of negativity, to penetrate the wall of judgment, to penetrate the criticalness, to penetrate your holier than thou attitude, because I know some of y'all got there. And it allows him the space to change your heart and cleanse your thoughts. Do not be afraid of the stillness or of the silence. In Isaiah 30:15, it says, in quietness and confidence shall be your peace. In the quietness, the stillness. Some of the Christians that I speak to, they have this idea that in order to do God's work, you have to constantly be on the go. You must constantly be evangelizing. You must be at this prayer meeting. You must go to this seminar. You must be at this one's house. You must blah blah blah. But if you burn out, then you are of no use to anyone, and you won't be able to serve or love to your full potential. The Bible speaks about peace and a renewal of mind and resting. There are different forms of meditation, as there are different forms of worship and different denominations. Some things you, I guess, subjectively choose to align yourself with because for some reason that resonates with you, and others you don't. It's like Seventh-day Adventists, they don't worship on a Sunday, whereas Pentecostals or other denominations do. The meditation that I'm talking about isn't to believe that you're this kind of like larger than life character where you could go around giving and taking life, but it's more in line with what is said in Philippians 4:8, which is whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. That is just, I just think that is just so nice. If you look at that, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Think about such things. Shall I say it again for the people in the back? Think about such things. Like, I just think that is really nice. Like that, meditate on such things. So I don't think there is anything wrong with trying to raise your morale through meditation. I don't think there's anything to be fearful of, because like I said in my previous video, nothing good comes from despair. You cannot serve from that place. Yeah, that's my take on meditation and Christianity. I do believe that as a Christian you should be meditating. I don't think it's something that you need to be fearful of. I don't think it's something that you need to completely avoid. I am an advocate for research, and so I implore you to go and research as much as you can about meditation. Like it said, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. And I think that that is a good gauge. So if it doesn't kind of like fall into that, then don't do it. So my mom's sitting in the back. There she is. So yeah, I don't see any problem with sitting down and kind of like checking in with yourself, checking your mental health, to see if everything is okay, everything's in check. Like you would check on a friend, like you should check in on yourself as well. So I don't see any problem at all with meditation, and I don't see it hindering a Christian's walk, not at all. I think if anything it will enhance it. If anything, I feel like it could bring you closer to God. I think through meditation, it actually provides you with the silence. It provides you with the break from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, allowing God to really get in there and clean up all the muck. Yeah, like I said, that's just me. That's how I feel. This is my opinion. If you feel differently, fair enough. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions. And maybe you can point me in a direction of like certain books and stuff that I can read that will sort of like explain your point of view. So before I go, I just want to say I picked up this dress. I can't really show you guys properly because I'm quite close to the camera, but I got this tie-dye dress. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Like, look at this. Like, I'll pick it up so you can see. So it goes into like that pink color at the bottom. Bruh, this thing, it's so flowy. Like, it's lovely. I love it, I love it, I love it. And it was only £3. £3. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.